Last night, the United National Congress, UNC, held its fourth anti-crime town hall meeting at the SWAHA Hindu College in Sangre Grande, where St. Lucia's opposition leader, Allan Chastanet, delivered a keynote speech. Trevecia Phillips has more.
At the event, Chastanet revealed plans to establish a unified body of opposition leaders from Caribbean nations to tackle regional issues collectively. He commended UNC leader Kamala Persad-Bessessa for initiating the concept of a regional opposition coalition, describing her as a visionary leader.
She is setting an example for all the other leaders of the opposition, that our job is not just to protest, our job is not just to oppose, but our job is to create platforms like today to give the people a voice to speak.
He emphasized the importance of not merely protesting, but also creating platforms like the town hall meeting to amplify the voices of the people.
We are going to take this voice now to the region and form a collective group of leaders of the oppositions and to make sure that the voices of the leader of the opposition in the Caribbean region is heard by the CDB, by the World Bank, and by CARICOM. And we're no longer going to be denied the voice in representing all the people who did not vote for the government, and to make sure that that voice is listened to and given a seat at the table.
Addressing the pressing issue of crime plaguing the region, Chastanet stressed that crime should not be viewed solely as a national concern.
Who can put a cost to life? And so when we sadly listen every day to the news and hear about another murder, how many of us now just chalk it up to another number? Do we really visualize the mother that lost their child?
He expressed concern over the desensitization to the staggering number of crimes and urged a renewed sense of urgency in addressing the issue.
How are we ever going to get change when every murder and every person who's being lost doesn't affect our heart? That there's no longer a sense of urgency to bring about change. That we no longer want to go and demand. We don't want willing to protest. We're not willing to write a letter. We're not willing to make a phone call to say that this must stop.
Chastanet's call for action comes at a critical juncture as Caribbean states are preparing to introduce legislation aimed at facilitating regional travel through the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CSME. He called upon the CARICOM leaders to do the right thing by allowing the tax to fund a regional security system to protect the entire region. The proposal marks a significant step toward fostering regional cooperation in addressing the complex challenges of crime and security in the Caribbean. Trevecia Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.